you tired of hunting down SOPs and process records every time somebody asks you, how do I do that again? Feeling like your company's knowledge is just scattered across dozen different places and no way to find what you actually need? Trying to remember where I saved that one process, document, and template, digging through folders and just wasting more time than actually putting into the actual work. But what if you could just ask one single question and instantly get the exact process that you need? That's exactly what I'm going to show you today. And in this video, I'll be showing you how ClickUp AI transforms your knowledge management right there in ClickUp, where you are already working, by making your standard operating procedures and processes instantly accessible to everyone on your team. No more let me Google that for you moments for you and your team. This video is actually a snippet from one of my free ClickUp webinars that we run monthly. So if you want to join me live and get your questions answered, nope, those are not in the recordings. Those only happen when you join live. Find the link below and come join me on one of the upcoming webinars. I would love to see you there. Let's dive into using ClickUp as a knowledge management system. What does that mean? That means, where's that file again? So Libby is in here and she's like, okay, let's do something. We need to upload a podcast. Let's stay in content creation. We got a whole bunch of stuff here. We got a whole bunch of lists, and there's the podcast, and we got wish lists, and we got submissions. Let's imagine Livy is just starting out and she hasn't been with me forever and pretty much knows everything that's going on in my business and my life. Let's imagine she is starting. I'm like, cool. So, awesome. How do I do this? Cool. Evie's got a podcast. What do I do with that? So I decide to go up here because I want all sources. Remember, if I would go in here, it starts in content creation. However, we also can switch this to all sources. So Libby started fresh and she's like, okay, cool. Evie recorded a podcast. What do I do now? And I literally just asked her, how do we upload and schedule a podcast? Where is the resource? Where is the SOP? What's happening? And as you can see right here, to upload and schedule a podcast, and there it is. This is exactly what I wanted to show you. You see that little gizmo right here? We internally decided to have our standard operating procedures in ClickUp. Now what that does is it means we also need to update this one because we don't use Descript anymore. However, it knows this is a wiki document, meaning I have approved this document as a wiki. It's a prioritized source of information. ClickUp AI, when searching for how to do something, will always prioritize wikis in ClickUp. And with that, it gives you the exact steps in here. Yes, we don't use Descript anymore, but that's a simple, easy fix. And we're gonna talk about that actually in the next feature and our round 3 of this training. We need to set up the episode and transistor. It's all there. You see this? I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to sift through a freaking document with how many different steps and YouTube workflow and podcast workflow, and I have no freaking clue and what and huh? One question. One simple question to go here, and I know exactly what's happening, and I can open up this wiki. So the wiki feature in ClickUp is amazing because of this, because you can literally tell ClickUp Brain, this is the most important knowledge in our company, having your standard operating procedures in there. Now, if you've been around, you also know that often enough, there is not an easy answer for everything. Yes, we use ClickUp documents as a wiki. The downside of this is often enough, we need templates. We need templates for emails. We need templates for description and all the things. And being able to copy and paste those templates just as text from ClickUp documents, you can only do if you use a code block, because there is so much stuff happening behind the scenes. You can't just copy and paste the text and paste it somewhere else and it's clean. However, you can integrate your Google Drive where you can copy and paste from documents without all of the coding that happens behind the scenes between titles and body text and all the wonky stuff you see in AI often shown too with those pound signs and all the things. There's a lot that happens to make your text look like it looks. What I'm saying with this is have your standard operating procedures in ClickUp. So ClickUp has that priority setting of this is a wiki. This is proven information and this is what my team needs to do their job. Integrated with a tool like Google Drive where you keep your email templates. They talk with each other. That's why we have all sources. So if you need a specific email template and you know they are in your Google Drive docs or they are in, actually that's ClickUp docs, they are in your G Drive, search for them in G Drive. It's still accessible and that way you get the best of both worlds, being able to easily copy and paste simple text while using the advantage of ClickUp Brain within ClickUp itself. Who of you has their standard operating procedures in ClickUp? And who doesn't have standard operating procedures yet? And I'm asking for a reason. Don't worry about it. We don't have all our standard operating procedures done either. And as you've seen, we need to update a couple too. So nobody is ever perfect. If anybody tells you their business and their life is perfect, I call bullshit. ClickUp AI really is like having your own personal knowledge assistant who knows exactly where everything is in your business. The cool thing is you don't have to organize everything perfectly for it to work. My organization is not perfect either. It's all about progress, not perfection. AI will fill in the gaps. Remember, this was just a snippet of one of my past ClickUp webinars. And if you want to join one of the future ones live and get your questions answered, find the link down below. And if this video helped you, go hit that like button and subscribe for more productivity, ClickUp, and business efficiency goodness coming to you. And remember, you started your business to build the freedom that you desire, not to be trapped in it day to day forever. Let your systems give you back your sanity as you step into the role as CEO you were meant to be all along. Catch you in the next video.